Hi, and welcome to Window Cleaning Dude. In today's episode, we're going to talk about being self-employed, about being the boss. So you want to be your own boss? Well, window cleaning is a great place to start being your own boss. You can be self-employed as a sole proprietor. Most window cleaners work for themselves by themselves. As a self-employed boss or window cleaner, you're in charge of every aspect of the business from start to finish, and it's up to you if you're going to make money or not. It is nice to be able to call the shots and determine, how much am I going to charge? Where am I going to window clean? What kind of windows do I want to clean? Do I want to clean commercial or residential? Am I going to clean a single story or a two-story? Am I going to clean a three-story? Am I going to take risks? Am I going to be safe? If you're working for an employer, they might say, hey, we got to clean this three-story residential today, and I need you to get up there on the third story and start cleaning. If you're a self-employed window cleaner, you can be like, I don't think I'm going to clean three stories because that's a little dangerous being up there on a really high ladder, standing close to the top rung, leaning out and trying to clean windows. So it's nice to be self-employed, to be the boss and decide what's the right thing for you, what risks you want to take, what effort you want to put in. It's a big deal to be able to make those decisions as the boss, especially when dealing with customers, for example. In a typical job, your employer will say, hey, the customer is always right. That's not true, and we all know that's not true, because when you have a customer who is being a jerk, there's lots of people in business who wish they could just, tell that customer to go away and to be quiet, right? So as a self-employed business owner, if you have a customer that just isn't working out, you don't have to work with that person. You can just say, you know what? I don't like your attitude. I'm out of here. I'm not going to clean for you. I've had that happen to me a few times, and not very much. I mean, I don't want to turn you off to window cleaning. Most people are very excited to have you there, and they're happy that you're going to be cleaning their windows. But occasionally you do get a diva who just thinks the world is all about them, and they're giving you an attitude, and they're giving you a hard time. And that's your opportunity at that point to being the boss, that you can say, you know what? I don't like your attitude, and unless you change your attitude, I'm packing up my stuff right now and I'm leaving. And I've done that before. I've only left probably once or twice, and the other times the customer has shaped up rather quickly. When they realize that I'm serious, I'm not going to put up with their crap, and I'm going to leave, they shut up real quick, and their whole attitude does a complete 180, and they start becoming the nicest person you ever saw, and suddenly they're trying to help you out in any way possible. So don't put up with customers who want to treat you badly, and that's one nice thing about being the boss. As the boss, you do have to decide on big decisions, and some of those decisions will be, what are you going to charge for window cleaning? Sometimes you want to land a big job, especially like, let's say it's a commercial account, and you're bidding against other window cleaners. Well, you get to decide, well, is this really worth it for me? Do I really want to lower my price to a certain amount just to get a job? As with other jobs, the business might require employees to work longer hours or to take on more responsibility and let go somebody because they're trying to cut costs and get jobs and land contracts. And so as a self-employed boss, being the boss for your window cleaning business, you can make those big decisions. You can decide if you want to cross your line in the sand, so to speak. I know for me, I always stick to my prices, and I don't undercut myself. I want to make things worth my while, and that's one nice thing about being the boss, is you can decide, what is it worth to me? What am I willing to do to make this money for these windows? And you can make those hard choices and those big decisions and come out on top, instead of having to come out on the bottom when you work for an employer and they're just giving you a lot more work and they're not giving you any more pay for that work. So the nice thing about being the boss is you really do get paid what you're worth. You're reaping everything that you sow. You're really getting rewarded for everything. So when you work for an employer, I know when I worked as a graphic designer for my employer, I was basically bringing in all this money from my labor, from my work and my ideas, and yet I was only receiving maybe a fourth of that income that I was bringing in, and he was receiving the rest, even though, sure, it's his business and he landed the contracts, but that was, in a way, almost the easy part because I was doing all the actual labor, all the actual work for that job. And so he was reaping a lot more than I was, and I was always not happy about that. And so being self-employed, it's nice to land the job, do the job, and get everything from that, get all the income, all the earnings, and it's all coming to you. And that's what's awesome about being self-employed is that you're reaping everything. You are getting everything. You're getting your worth. And so you determine your self-worth. You determine, what am I willing to work for? And then don't back down from that. Stick to that and get what you're worth in terms of your earnings. The other nice thing about being the boss is that you're the professional. You know everything about your business. When you go to a customer, you know more than they do, typically. Unless they were a prior window cleaner and they just have more experience than you, then you are the boss. You are the professional. You are the source of knowledge. And so your customer is going to come to you, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that you're the boss. The bad thing is you better know because you have to be able to inform your customers. So like, let's say you're dealing with hard water damage. You want to be able to identify hard water damage and be able to explain to your customer about hard water damage so that they don't just think you're doing a bad job cleaning the window at the end. They're like, hey, what's all this stuff on the windows? I thought you cleaned my windows. Well, ma'am or sir, this is hard water damage. And if you're a professional, you would talk to them about that up front before you even started window cleaning so that at the end, they know that what's left on the window is hard water damage. So things like that, you're going to need to be the professional in, and that just comes with learning the business. You'll know the ins and outs of the business, and you'll be able to talk to the customers about the different things they'll need to know, different concerns and different problems that may be there. So as the boss, you really are responsible for a great many things. As a sole proprietor, you're in charge of everything, not only for doing the actual window cleaning, but the marketing, the taxes, your website, inventory in terms of like buying the equipment that you need to keep up on. Just every aspect of business, you're going to be doing it. You're going to be wearing many hats. Keep that in mind. And so you really need to be a responsible person when you're running your own business, otherwise your business isn't going to succeed. You really need to just think about all the different aspects of your business. You need to be self-disciplined and perform all those aspects and constantly be trying to perfect them and improve them. You really have to form successful patterns and habits and be self-motivated to be a successful window cleaner and to have a successful business operating. And whether it's window cleaning or any other business, there are just certain things you have to do when you're in business, like your books, your accounting, marketing, getting back to customers, scheduling, being on time, maintaining your equipment. The list goes on, and you just really need to think through all those things and stay up on all those things, be responsible, constantly improve. And so, there are responsibilities with being the boss. So that's pretty much for this episode. I hope you've gained some insight in terms of being your own boss and are excited. I hope you're excited to be your own boss and that you can see the benefits, but also realize that there are great many responsibilities there. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up and please subscribe. Tick the notification bell if you want to get more updates on videos coming out, and comment down below. Please visit windowcleaningdude.com and see everything that I have to offer in terms of content, window cleaning, how to do things, marketing, recommendations on gear that you're going to want to buy as a window cleaner. And I will see you in the next episode.